Now, at the end of that benefit period, if they have 3 years of nursing home care and 6 years of home health care, that's typically how the partnership's written. If they go through all of their insurance, New York State says, we're going to exempt all of your assets. We don't care about your assets. We'll put you on Medicaid, regardless of what you own. So they, in fact, could have held the house and not done the deed with the retained life estate because they had full asset protection anyway. The deed with the retained life estate is typically to protect the house if someone needs Medicaid and does not have partnership insurance.
In this case, they do.
So at this point, they could, in fact, transfer the life estate interest. They could do another deed, transfer the life estate interest to the sister. That completes the gift. We don't have to worry about gift taxes in New York. There are no gift taxes in New York State. That's been abolished. And federally now, we have a tax law that exempts $5,250,000 of gifts. So we don't have to worry about gift tax. But we do have another tax to think about here, and that is capital gains tax. So there's a lot of layers to this question.
Yes, there are.
From a Medicaid perspective, they're fine. From an estate and gift tax perspective, they're fine. But when you have a house and you bought it for, let's say, $50,000 and now it's worth $100,000, just a simple example, you have an appreciation that is called a capital gain. If you sell the house, you recognize that $50,000 of gain. If it is your principal residence, then you can exclude up to $250,000 of capital gain. So if the sister is living in the house or intends to make the house her primary residence, they should still be okay, because when the sister then sells it, she'll have her own $250,000 capital gain exclusion. But if they complete the gift of the life estate, then the sister gets whatever the parent's cost basis is. So whatever they paid for it becomes her basis.
Gotcha.
If the house is held in its current format until mom and dad pass, she gets a new basis equal to the market value of the house on their date of death, so she'd pay no capital gains tax. So the question really comes down to an analysis of the capital gains consequences of the gift of the life estate. And for that, I would seek out a tax consultation with someone to look at the basis and look at what the impact would be if the gift is completed. But certainly from a Medicaid perspective, you're fine. From a gift tax perspective, you're fine. It really comes down just to a capital gains tax question.
Well, Carol, thank you very much. I hope that answered your question. Thank you, Lou.
Many layers to that one.
Yes, that's a many-layered one. One last one here that just came in, and that is, how do you get your adult parents to begin these conversations and take more of an active role in pre-planning?
Boy, that's a great question. And it has many answers depending upon family dynamics, the relationship between children and parents. Some people say that parents are more likely to talk about sex than money with their children. And certainly the aging process becomes complicated as parents age and their ability to handle functions changes, and they may not be as sharp as they once were. They may be completely sharp, and that's the ideal time to have this conversation. So there are certain conversation starters that people have that they try to get this into it, and talking about perhaps neighbors, friends, other people who have had this experience. And the time to plan for anything is when you're healthy and able to do it with clear mind. And so getting educated, well, it's what our radio show is about every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Life Happens is the whole theme. Life does happen. And it happens to people that are old, people that are young, and you never know.
And you never know what's going to happen.
When it's going to come up.
That's right.
There are also seminars, and we do a number of seminars as well, where you could maybe get your parents interested in going out and just hearing what people have to say to become educated. And the seminars are out there. We do them. You can find them on our website. We have a schedule up for different programs that we do in different settings on our website, which, if I could put it out there, is pierrolaw.com.
Absolutely. Put it out there. This will be on the CBS 6 Facebook page as well, so you don't have to write it down, but share it again one more time.
Pierrolaw, Pierrolaw.com. You can find our seminar schedule on there, and we'd be happy to have you. We do also offer consultations if they're willing to come in and talk without obligation, just to get educated. Again, educated clients are our best
Absolutely,
clients,
right,
if they understand
right.
what all the potential consequences are.
Well,
And for siblings, if you can get all the kids on the same page,
yeah, that's
instead of
not-
having one child
Yes.
pulling the wagon and the
Yes.
others riding,
Right.
if all the kids can get together
Makes it a lot easier.
and at a holiday time or whatever, say, hey, Mom and Dad, isn't it time, we have a conversation about things, do
Right.
some planning? Have you
Right.
done this?
Right.
And if all the kids are together on it, it tends to be,
That's it.
appear less self-serving, even though the child, if one is doing it, may be completely motivated by just helping the family.
Right.
It will certainly appear less self-serving if all the kids are on the same page.
On the same page.
And approach the parents and say, listen, it's time.
Sure. Exactly.
Let's
right.
get this done.
Maybe not around the dinner table, but maybe afterwards,
Sure.
or coffee or something like that. And just
As your,
bring it up.
again, as your family dynamics dictate,
Which is different. for
whatever the
everybody.
best time
Exactly.
is, where
Right.
you typically discuss things,
Exactly.
bring it up in that kind of
Right.
a conversation,
Right.
or slip them an article,
Right.
maybe that you've read,
That's another good idea. That's right.
and
Very good.
get them,
Sure.
this could happen.
Right.
It happens to all kinds of
Right.
people, not just them.
Right. But
It happens to us.
Exactly. It could happen to us. Gosh. Well, this has been very interesting. Unfortunately, we've run out of time today. I think we're going to have to get you back, Lou, because
to come
I
back,
still
Tim.
have more questions that I want to ask, and I'm sure that there are viewers out there that would love to ask a few more. So I can't thank you enough for coming down today. This has been very helpful, and
My pleasure.
hopefully we can get you back.
Love to.
So thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Thank you, everyone, for logging on. Have a great month, and we'll see you next month in June. Thank you. Bye-bye.